So, I'm going to remind you that you've been invited to not hold yourself up and not look at your computer and just listen along. And if you find that you're drifting off, it's okay. Next time you listen to this, then you might want to sit up a little bit more. And I will be going from one to the other so that you can just experiment, but then I'll invite you to notice which ones you like more and go back and try them. And you may have a different way of doing it. These are all just possibilities. So when you're ready, we will go on. So the first one is water imagery. And right now, I'm going to invite you to have eyes closed and just notice your breathing. And for this one, I'm not going to be asking you to pay attention to your body. I'm going to be inviting you to follow your imagination. So I want you to think about water in the way that feels the most inviting and comfortable to you. It may be a lake or the ocean, a stream or river. It may be a waterfall or a shower. I want you to think about it. Find an image of water for you that feels calming, healing. Water can be quite healing. Cool water can feel really good when we're hot or we're uncomfortable. And just allowing yourself to breathe. See if you can bring your attention to thinking about or even imagining this water that feels good to you. You might want to imagine that you're looking at it. You might want to imagine that you're immersed in it. You might want to imagine that it's washing over you. If you don't feel comfortable being in water, then just think about water flowing by, the ocean coming in and receding, or a very still lake. And I invite you to discover an image of water which feels very calming to you. Maybe a time that you were in or near water where you felt very comfortable. Just allowing yourself to breathe and take in some of the healing energy of water. Just allowing yourself to think about a place where water is healing. Maybe it's a place you've never been, a place completely in your imagination, or a place you might have seen a picture of. So often when we think of water, we think of cleansing and relaxation. We think of comfort. of floating or just watching. And for just a minute, let yourself be there, feeling that. Just being with the water. Just allowing your body to experience what it feels like to be with the water. And each time you return to this image of water, either on your own or listening to me, it will be easier and easier for your body to recall how comfortable it can be around water. How soothing and healing water can feel. Just for another minute, thinking of this water. You might hear it, you might smell it, you might bring to mind how it feels. Just allowing yourself to completely immerse yourself in the image, completely focusing on this, letting all other thoughts drift away as you come back to the water. Breathing in and out very easily. Allowing your body to reset to the comfort and the pace of the water. And in just a moment, we're going to be moving on to another type of imagery. And if you want to stay with the water imagery, you certainly can, and come back to this at another time. As I transition to another type of imagery for you to explore. I'd like you now, if you wish, to begin thinking about a color. A color that feels calming, healing, soothing. It may be a color that you really love, or a color that you've never thought about before. It is the color for you of comfort. Imagining if you gave comfort a color, what would that color be? And allowing yourself just to think about that color, and then begin to imagine that you're totally immersing yourself in this color lightly around you. It could be that you're bathed in a light of this color. It could be a sense of air around you being this color, however it comes to you. But just allow your mind to completely focus on this color of comfort. And we'll tell your mind that the more you focus on this color, the more comfortable you will become. And all you need to do is notice the color. And it may be solid, or you may begin to notice different shades of this color. Just allowing yourself to focus on the color. Really feel what the color of comfort might be for you. And maybe within this color, what shade is the most comfortable? And for just a moment, I want you to imagine that you're even breathing in this color as it's moving through your body. Just really feeling what it's like to be surrounded by this wonderful color inside and out. This color of comfort. Just bringing it in. Really focusing on it. And if it feels more comfortable just to think about the color outside of your body, you can imagine that too. Just focusing on a dot of this color. Really just allowing yourself to notice this color as your mind focuses on the hues, the shades of this color. And you may notice when you return to this to try it again that the color may be the same, or there may be another color that comes to you to investigate. Just allowing yourself to totally think about the color either outside of you or completely surrounding your body, whatever feels the most comfortable. Just for another moment, focusing on the color. And then we'll be moving on to one more type of imagery, and there's so many types of imagery. This is just one other possibility. And if you want to stay with the color, you certainly can. And come back and try this third type at another time. This is temperature. And I'd like you to think about what would be most comfortable for a part of your body that may not feel comfortable. Would it be cool or would it be warm? Just ask yourself, as you notice a part of your body that's not as comfortable as you'd like it to be, ask yourself, what would feel best here? Cool or warm. And then with each breath in and each breath out, I'd like you to imagine that you're surrounding this part of your body with either cool or warm, or cold or hot. And you might imagine that for warm, it's a nice, warm, soft blanket that's surrounding this part of your body, or the feeling of sun being on this part of your body, or maybe some type of really wonderful, flexible, soft heating pad that's small and just fits perfectly around this area. And if cool or cold would feel the most comfortable, you might imagine that there's something wet and cool wrapping around this area, or a cool breeze going by this area, or even the most flexible, soft, easy to form cool pack that's just light and barely noticeable, but it creates a nice feeling of cool. So I've given you some ideas, and just take a moment to notice what would help, and allow yourself to use your imagination to completely surround a part of your body that isn't as comfortable with this nice, warm or cool thing, whatever it is. And as your body experiences this change in temperature, this part of your body, it brings more and more comfort. Just imagining whatever it is to bring about this change in temperature, and how comforting this feels. Just knowing that you can focus on whatever it is that you're imagining to change the temperature, allowing yourself to experiment with how you can feel the most comfortable. What temperature and what way of having that temperature there will help you feel the most comfortable. And in a moment, I'm going to stop talking and the music will come on, indicating that this is the end. And I welcome you to return back to one of these three imageries by yourself, to see what you want to experiment with just a little bit more, to see what feels the best to you, or if you like variety. This wonderful imagination of a way to change the temperature, just breathing in and out, or color, or water, knowing that each one of them are tools that can bring you increased comfort.